Hello everyone, this is MaiorWildlife, and today I am at the CHM LIPU Ostia for one last time before going to the Alps tomorrow. And finally the carriage reforms are back, and so all of the more frequent summer species are back, and I want to see them today before going home vacation. So yeah, I've been to both the public hides, and there's so many birds. Like, you would not believe the amount of species. And today I just had one species I know the name of in English, and a ton of new species that I don't know the name of in English, like the ruff. Among the many new species here, there were little ringed plovers, common ringed plovers, common green shanks, common red shanks, ruffs, and the spotted red shank, my favorite out of the bunch. And we've also had, right now, red-crested pockers, and just a ton of stuff. So yeah. So, I just got out of the second hide. I am going back to base. And look what I found in front of the door. So, the feather that I found was from a kestrel. So yeah. I'm done here today. I will now leave the video to the future me who is in the Alps. And we are here. We are officially in the Alps. And right now I am in Sterzing, Vipiteno, which is one of the farthest north places in Alto Adige, or South Tyrol. And after more than 8 hours of car, we've arrived, and the view from my balcony is this. So yeah, this is it. And right after we arrived, it started raining. So yeah, it's already raining. So yeah, today we're not going to do anything, but we're just going to eat and go to sleep. And tomorrow we'll do our first photography trip. I'm not sure about what I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll see. So, I am out here with my medium lens. It's evening. We had dinner. Until now it is rained. So I wanted to see if I can actually see amphibians for the first time in years. I can already see some puddles, some mud, and I wanted to see if there were frogs, as I was told by the owner of the place that they see them regularly, also newts, and they have daily morning visits from some roe deers. So I will have eyes open every morning for them. I proceeded to search around for a bit for any signs of wildlife. Obviously, the species here are different than the ones found in Rome. Apart from the Alps' exclusive animals like marmots and ibex,
Even ants here are different, with huge carpenter ants and interesting wood ants that make their anthills like this, using pine needles and other material from the forest floor. Turns out I couldn't find much apart from some blackbirds and slugs.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 in the morning. I'm once again here at the field, where actually it's a golf course now that there's more light to see. And I was checking around for any deers that may go drink here. As of now, no signs of them. There's actually tons of birds, like tons of thrushes, tits. So still, there's been one species I have never seen, and then there's a random seagull. Oh, and also a buzzard passed like over my head, being followed by some thrushes and blackbirds. So yeah.
After continuing for a bit, I also stumbled upon tens of mole holes, most probably the European mole. I also found, unfortunately, a roadkill one on the driveway. The same morning we were already off to our first hike. We took the cable cars to go up the mountain and then started off our long walk.
Now, finally, we are here on our first real hike, and I brought the huge lens, and now I'll have to walk a lot. There's quite a lot of carrion crows and ravens, so that's nice. I don't see ravens quite often. There's also a little stream I could find some amphibians in, so let's see what I can find. So we just passed a little artificial lake, and now we have turkeys, little turkeys. As of now, still just crows and ravens. And horseflies, of course, my worst nightmare. So we stopped for 10 minutes just to drink, and over there was a huge flock of ravens. So I took some photos of them flying around, but I couldn't get my tripod out in time to film anything.
During the following hours I managed to find a beautiful jay feather, and my luck would finally start to appear as we found a little stream with frogs and tadpoles. But after that, things started to get a bit more difficult, with horsefly swarms appearing in some areas and no sight of the mountain hut we had to reach. I was starting to get a bit worried. Furthermore, there were little to no animals around apart from insects.
Oh, you see this beautiful background, and then there's a bathtub. So, it's been a few hours. Now we've been walking for a long time. There's been so many horseflies and so little animals, but the view
was indeed stunning, and luckily, after not more than half an hour, we arrived to our destination. We finally rested for a bit, although there were still some flies around, and I made friends with the beautiful shepherd dog of the place. We didn't wait long before heading straight down the mountain. Problem was, the path was almost vertical, and before getting to a more manageable area we had 3 hours to descend. During these 3 hours, the path was crossed multiple times by some torrents, and in here we found a dragonfly laying its eggs in the water. Also, I spotted a lizard on a rock. Photographed it, thinking it was just a common wall lizard, but it was a different species. It was a viviparous lizard, which is a species which gives birth directly to live young. But the path had one last surprise for me.
Okay, we're back on the trail. We're trying to get on the bottom of the valley, and the path is horrible. Is really steep and rocky. I was told that in this place there were wolves and that they do not hunt them here, so that's a great thing. And just about now I found wolf feces, the wolf poop. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I could not take any good photos except from some turkeys, but I got some observations down. I hope tomorrow will be better.
After this devastating hike, we decided to rest for the following day, as we visited Sterzing and its town hall.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the second hike. The weather is not the best. As you can see, there's a lot of wind, and it's also much colder than last time. Yesterday we took a little pause, as the first day we literally did 18 kilometers of harsh terrain, so that wasn't the best idea. And yesterday we explored Sterzing. We saw the town hall, also the beautiful clock tower, and also the few birds and species. I found out that as we are near the border between Italy and Austria, there are also the European sparrows and not just the Italian sparrows. And I found some probably some hybrids of the two species. That's so I can see something interesting.
And so we went up the mountain with the cable car.
We are up and it's freezing cold, but up here we have some little alpacas. Oh no, these are llamas. Out here there's and here we have alpacas. So while we were over there, I saw a buzzard.
We had a couple of hours to walk before arriving at our first stop. On the way there was a pond with some pond skaters and a hoopoe feather and another viviparous lizard. And then...
Okay, so we're almost at the place, and I saw right there a mound of dirt. I mounted the tripod and there's a marmot, finally.
This was my first time photographing a marmot, and to top it all off, the valley was completely covered in mounds from burrows. At this point we were at our first stop, and as we were resting I noticed a huge flock of birds taking flight from the summit above us. These were yellow-billed choughs.
Finally, one of the animals I had pretty high on my wish list of animal photos to take. European marmot or alpine marmot, I'm not sure. I wanted to include it in the last video I made, the animal photography objectives for 2024, but I didn't, and now I got it. So yeah.
After some hours I took some insect photos, including some horseflies, and proceeded to go down with the cable car. And while we were in there,
we're finally back to Sterzing, and on the way down on the thing I seen a fox, and finally for the first time I photographed it. It's not really a good photo, but it's still a photo.